My guest at this time hosts Throwing Down with Renee and Miesha every Monday from 2 to 5 Eastern on SiriusXM Fight Nation, channel 156 on SiriusXM radios and the SXM app. Renee is also a contributor on SiriusXM Fight Nation's popular wrestling show, Busted Open Radio. It is Renee Paquette and Miesha Tate. Renee, Miesha, thank you both for taking the time to chat with me here today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
It's our pleasure. Happy to be here.
Yeah, well, very cool. I am very excited about the show and excited to have you two together. What an interesting pairing. I guess we'll start there. Like, how did you two get paired up together for the show?
I don't know if it was like some kind of brainchild idea that came together. I mean, the way that I kind of see it, and Miesha, you can chime in here, but so I had Miesha on my podcast. She jumped on Oral Sessions. We got to hang out, shoot the shit. It was great. And then I was able to jump on her show as well. And I don't know, maybe just like some chemistry there. The idea of having me come from like the broadcast world, her obviously being such a legend in UFC and in the MMA world. If that was the idea to just kind of mash us together and see what happens. I don't really know.
Yeah, I have to put full and total blame on Marissa Rivas. She is just a mastermind. She has put great personalities together before, and I come from hosting the Wednesday show with Ryan McKinnell, and before that it was Sean O'Connell. So actually just celebrated 4 years with SiriusXM. Wow. And then when I think she had heard Renee and I going back and forth and just having these different conversations, she just had this vision for this first female hosted radio show ever in SiriusXM history, right? We're talking about sports, and we're two women who love sports, but that's never been done before. So it's a little uncharted territory, but I think she just knew that our personalities would mesh. And I think after our first show, like, that's definitely how I felt anyways.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought we were definitely able to like sling a little shit back and forth and have fun with it and laugh at each other and laugh at our mistakes. And it's a great pairing that I think has a lot of room to grow still too.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, coming off of that first episode, and yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like I was walking into it like, I'm not sure what to expect. I'm not even sure how to prepare for this. I've never really done radio before. I host a podcast, but I was like, wait, how does this work? What's going to happen? So it was really cool to get that first episode under our belts. The chemistry is already there. So like, I can't even imagine in like a couple months where we're going to be and the conversations we're going to be able to have. It's really cool for Sirius to give us this platform and really trust us to be the two women that can sort of forge this path and navigate these waters as the two first women to host an MMA pro wrestling podcast.
Yeah. And Renee, you've obviously been a trailblazer for women in pro wrestling for a while now, and Miesha obviously the same over in MMA. It's really cool. I noticed in the press release for sure how excited you were to bring more female voices to combat sports in general. I don't know if you wanted to talk just about like what it means to have more female voices in the room for sports that typically don't have as many female voices in the room.
Yeah, I think like, at least from my point of view, I mean, I can talk on the wrestling side of things all day. And like you said, I've been able to check off so many boxes in the world of professional wrestling from what I was able to do with WWE and my career there. But now to kind of pivot into this role, and you're right, we don't get to hear a lot of women's opinions on that. And, it's funny, I think leading into the show, I was so excited to get this going. And then hearing, I was like, oh, wow, we really are like the first women to do that. And not to shy away from the pressures of that. But I do think we need to have more women in that role. And I think as much as we get to step in there and do that, I think there are a lot of people that want that. And they're like, we need more women doing things. We need to hear that. I hope that those same people come in and support us while we're doing this.
Absolutely. And just to kind of second that, man, we're just having fun. Like, we're two women who genuinely love combat sports. I'm very novice when it comes to the pro wrestling world, so I'm definitely I know I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to. And I think Renee is dead set on getting me to turn over as a full-on fan.
I mean, if I can really look at the tea leaves here, I think I see you having a match, girl. I'm taking it even beyond that.
Yeah, there might be something in the cards there. She might be onto something. So we'll see. I've definitely, I went back and I watched Hulk Hogan versus the Giant. Never saw that before, and that was really fun. So you know what? I think there's room to grow here, but we're just, and I do want people to understand too, though, that although we're two women kind of having fun, leading a charge, so to speak, talking about combat sports, we're just two women also having fun, shooting the shit together, talking lifestyle. I mean, it's so much more than just combat sports, and we just have a natural charisma together that I think it's going to flourish as time goes on. You're going to see, we're going to have a lot of fun, and I think it'll just be a good listen for anybody. Like, honestly, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It feels really cool to be at like the precipice of what I feel like will be a really cool relationship and dynamic and show that we're just kicking it all off. So yeah, I mean, to have that first show under our belts, I'm feeling pretty confident and good about it all.